The day you decide not to tell Frisco about your baby, consider me, please, and what I'm going through. That's all.
You were right.
Of course I was. What about it?
You were right and I was wrong.
Well, this is a historic moment, but I'd still like to know what caused it.
I have to find Frisco.
So, what's this hurry-up call all about? Felicia decided to tell him. She did? Well, I said should be. How come, though? Mine is not the reason why, but mine is just to get her going before she chickens out. But listen, I didn't tell her that you got to jump on his whereabouts, just in case.
Just in case she decides to tear your head off for interfering. Oh.
Sean!
Hi.
Just the man I need to see. I've decided to tell Frisco about the baby.
Oh, Princess, good for you, honey. Good.
You know, actually, Sean and I both thought you might be wanting a little help with that, so, Sean kind of got a head start on it.
Hold on. He just called you over here?
No,
Because you were already trying to get a hold of Frisco, right?
No. All I did was make a couple of preliminary calls, that's all.
Oh, I say so?
Felicia, do you or don't you want to talk to him?
Yes, I do. Thank you. What did you find out?
I am on his trail, but I didn't want to make a certain contact until I got the green light from you, so, is it okay if I call Washington from the office?
Yes.
Sure, please.
No.
Please.
Excuse me.
You know, he could be anywhere. He could be in a desert in a sandstorm, or in the Alps on a blizzard, or anywhere in the world.
Well, it looks like, poor Charles' first family's got to get through some rough weather.
Oh, my gosh. Edward Quartermain indicted for murder?
The arraignment's this morning, and you can bet that they wouldn't be having it. The grand jury didn't have plenty of evidence.
You don't really think he's guilty, do you? I mean, he's a wheeler and dealer, I know that, but that's a long way from homicide.
Well, some people tend to make their own rules.
I don't buy it.
Instinct?
Something like that.
Well, you know, who knows what anybody's capable of, especially a Quartermain. Speaking of which, guess who we have booked in here to sing tomorrow night?
No, they said they'd call back, but who's singing tomorrow night?
One Eddie Main, a.k.a. Ned Ashton.
Yeah, really? you booked the front row table for me and Tiffany. This, I gotta see.
Wow, no wonder Miguel's been in such a funk. Father for 6 years and he didn't even know it.
Miguel got to me in a way that you and Sean and Tony and Kevin couldn't. The pain in his eyes and in his voice.
That's what brought this on about Frisco?
Well, plus the fact that you were dead on with your reasons and what you figured were mine, too.
And that just made you dig your heels in even further.
Well, it felt like you were ganging up on me and you didn't respect my opinion, but I've thought about it, and I'm okay now.
I'm glad.
Miguel should know about the baby. And I think Frisco should know about the baby. Whatever he does with the information.
Hey, anything?
Yeah, it seems our boy's gone undercover.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, don't worry, I do have a contact.
In what geographical area?
Cairo.
Well, that's fairly specific enough.
Felicia, it's a city with millions of people in it.
Well, if that's where he is, that's where I'm gonna go.
No, you can't
No
do
way.
that.
Says who?
Says us. You alone in Cairo? Are you out of your mind?
Alone and pregnant in Cairo. Forget it, Felicia.
If I wasn't pregnant, I wouldn't have to go there. Now stop ganging up on me. Cut it out.
We're not ganging up on
But
you.
this is not smart.
And it's
Felicia.
not safe.
I'll be fine. I will. And besides, who am I gonna get to go with me? I can't ask you, for a million reasons. And you, I certainly can't ask you, with the big fish of Port Charles on trial for murder.
Here they come.
Can I convince you that my heart...
Listen, I'm sorry I was a little testy before.
About Sean and me jumping the gun to start looking for Frisco?
You weren't out of line, and what you did turned out to be helpful. So, thank you for taking me so far.
But no father.
I have to go alone.
You shouldn't be going at all.
Then why would you get me started on this if you don't think I should be going at all?
There's a thing called the telephone, you know? Barring that, cable communication, or even a messenger. You're almost 6 months pregnant, for Pete's sake, Felicia. Cairo.
I'm not going to be riding on the back of a camel. And besides, for your information, modern medical opinion is that while it's not advisable to travel in your last trimester, the second trimester is just fine.
But not alone.
I can't ask you to go with me.
Did I hear you ask? I offered, as a friend.
I know, and I appreciate it more than I can say. But there's at least a dozen reasons why I don't think that it's a good idea.
Start with one.
Okay. Who's gonna watch the Outback if we both go?
Miguel, 2.
What about Robin?
What about Maxie?
Well, I've got a lot of babysitters for her. You've got a teenager.
I'm sure Sean and Tiffany would do just fine.
Well, the last time Sean and Tiffany watched her, she ended up a tree being terrorized by a bear.
You are deliberately clouding the issue, Felicia.
Think about this, okay? How is it gonna be if I show up to see Frisco with my former fiancé on my arm?
I think former says it all.
Okay, let's hit it straight on. Do you really want to be there when I tell Frisco that the child I'm carrying is his and not yours? See? I can't do that to you, Mac.
Felicia, this isn't about what I'm feeling, you know? This is about your safety. All right, what if you get to Cairo and Frisco isn't even there?
I'll handle it. I need to handle it.
Maybe you don't know what you need.
How about the kind of friend who knows me, trusts me, and respects me enough to know that I can take care of myself, all by myself?
I'm not going to talk you out of this, am I?
No. Will you wish me well?
Of course I will.
Mac needs for me to need him, and I don't.
Love, yes. Need, no.
I just don't think the marriage would work. I would like to be close friends with him, though, for a long time.
And you and I?
One soul, 2 bodies. Going our separate ways, but still together. I'm always with you. All I have to do is look at Maxie. I saved this. I thought if you ever came back, I'd ask you to play it for Max.
My guitar!
Do me wrong, well, do me right. Tell me lies, but hold me tight. Save your goodbyes for the morning light. But don't let me be lonely tonight. I don't want to be lonely tonight. No, no. I don't want to be lonely tonight.
I had to run by a couple of things with you before things got crowded tonight.
What's up?
I just came from the travel agent. She's making our arrangements to Cairo. I don't know what my work schedule is, and I don't want to leave you in a pickle.
Yeah, look, Felicia, I mean, you can have as much time as you want, but
But what?
I'm feeling very unsettled about this trip.
Yeah, I know you already told me.
Yeah, I know I told you that ever since you found out you're pregnant with Frisco's baby that he should be told. But I never envisioned you traveling halfway around the world to do it alone.
Baby will be fine.
Assuming that you're fine. You do realize that the political situation might be unstable?
Yes.
And medical care is always questionable.
Yes.
Felicia, life is different over there, you know? A lot of things can happen. And you would be without backup.
Are you suggesting that I'm not up to this job?
No. No, I know that you can pretty much do whatever it is that you set your mind to.
Thank you.
However, you have been known to set your mind at something without really thinking it through first.
Would you be more specific, please?
Look, aside from the dangers and the health problems, have you given any thought to Maxie?
Of course, she's going to stay with Bobby and Tony. Yeah. Bottom line is, could the two of you watch Maxie with Betty as a backup while I try to find Frisco?
Why, you go to Cairo alone, no way.
What about Max? Well, of course he wants to go. I just feel awkward. I just can't ask him to do it.
You can ask me.
Go to Egypt?
Frisco's my brother. This baby's gonna be my nephew or my niece. Yes, she can ask me.
Well, it's very generous of you, but I couldn't do that.
Who's better? You'll have your own personal doctor there. If you have any medical emergencies, you're covered.
Well, I know Max was worried about that, but...
Then it's settled. Get me on the flight to Cairo.
Okay, it makes sense. Thanks.
You're welcome. What? Maxie's taking care of. Betty will help.
It's not Maxie. You're just committed to therapy.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But I'm not going to be gone that long.
You don't know how long you're going to be gone. Tony, this is important. And the first chance you get, you're running away.
I'm not running away. My brother needs me.
Well, that's very heroic, but it just won't wash. You're backing off instead of facing the hard stuff.
Don't tell me what I'm doing.
You just can't give up control, can you?
You know, there are times when situations take precedence over what you want.
Don't I know it? Tell me you're not really going through with this insane idea.
It is not an insane idea. I'm trying to help my brother.
Please reconsider.
Did I cause trouble?
Oh, no. I had plenty of trouble before that.
Tony, don't do this for me.
No, I'm not. I'm doing it for my brother. Now, we're going to have breakfast tomorrow morning, and we'll discuss schedules, okay?
Right.
Ciao.
But, later. Hey! Hello there.
Hey,
Help you?
yourself.
How are you?
Fine.
You, all set for your trip? Yeah, you got your Perth, your papers, and your pith helmet? Maybe your elephant gun?
I would never kill an elephant. Besides, I'm after much larger game than that.
Frisco, beware.
I hope this works out the way you want.
I want Frisco to know. Beyond that, try not to have too many expectations.
sorry I'm late.